Hello, everybody. Welcome back to The Shift. We have a special episode today because we have our first in-person guest.
Hi.
I'll let her introduce herself, but yeah, thank you all for being here.
Hi, I'm Hannah. Michael asked me to be on the show because I have this little stoner hippie company I started called Happy Days. Yeah.
That's fire.
Yeah,
I'm Austin.
What's up?
I said I'm Austin. Y'all know me. I was just gonna ask, like, can you elaborate? Like, what do you sell? Like, how'd you get it started?
Yeah, so I just basically started it because I just like smoke and do the same kind of routine every single day when I'm getting ready for the day. So I'll kind of like smoke weed on here. Okay. I'll smoke like weed with like flowers usually. I got into like smoking with herbs. And then everything else that I use in the Happy Days Kill Kit is stuff that I would use every day while smoking. So basically there's like two different like boxes that are kind of combined into the same box. So I have like the hippie stuff and then the stoner stuff, or like just a boom box, which is everything. The hippie stuff is more for like meditating or whatever, and it's like crystals, incense, sage, herbs and stuff to smoke with. And then the stoner side is obviously stuff you smoke with. So there's pipe screens, hemp wick, a doob tube, and glass tip. And just a lot of the stuff that I have is all like environmentally friendly and just like a cleaner, safer option that makes smoking a lot better, a lot cooler. Yeah, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's dope. That's really cool. So you said you started it because you just had a daily routine and you wanted to like what'd you want to do with that?
Yeah, I don't know, I guess let everyone else kind of have the same thing, share the same experience with everyone, because everyone that I know, not many people smoke with herbs. They just kind of smoke with weed on their own. So that's kind of like the main focus of it, and then everything else was kind of built around smoking with that.
Yeah.
So all the different herbs that I offer all kind of provide like different effects that alter the high, and you can like really control and change it with the different herbs. So I like, and it also, when you smoke with herbs, it just makes makes your weed last longer because
Not using as much weed.
Yeah, exactly. You're using like a 50-50 ratio or whatever. I have a purple boombox here with me too.
Show it.
Yeah.
Let's see it.
So this is
We
like
want to see.
a boombox. So this is what you get in like a purple one. So right now I have 7 too offered. It's like the 7 rainbow colors. I have just different meanings and effects to all of them. So okay, first
I will say in person, it looks really cool. There's like a whole display.
a whole like gift box. It's like a cute
Yo, that's fire. Yeah. That has everything you would literally need, like
everything, yeah.
everything.
I know, it's
No,
literally
that's
perfect
really
for like
cool.
traveling on the go. You just bring everything with you.
Yeah. What's in there?
So yeah, I was gonna ask the same thing.
So like first I guess I'll do the hippie stuff.
Wait, I have a question.
Yeah.
So this is all like, I've looked on your website before. This is one type of box.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the 7th one in the set out of 7. So it's the purple boom box, or violet. Yeah. And then I have the whole rainbow.
Okay.
So yeah, first you get like incense, and then everything too changes depending on the color box. So like the scent of the incense changes.
Oh.
And then like just every scent kind of has like a different effect on your body.
Nice.
Yeah, so you get incense. This is bay leaf, like an herbal smudge stick.
Yeah.
Bay leaf. And both of those, incense and sage, just if you're burning it while you're smoking weed, it literally covers the smell of anything. Like I swear incense will cover the smell of a dead body. I use it at home when I'm
No, you're not lying.
I swear,
That's
when
a
I'm home with my
fact.
parents and I burn incense, they literally never know that I'm smoking weed.
Really?
I smoke right in my own house.
Oh my gosh.
So
No need for a smoke buddy.
Yeah, literally. And then you get herbs. So in this one, it comes with passion flower, which the effects of this when you mix it with weed, this is like really good for smoking right before bed or smoking with like an indica, because it kind of like gives like psychedelic effects, kind of makes you like dreamy and hallucinate a little bit, and it's really anxiety relieving and stuff. So
Nice.
and then it also, all my herbs come in like a little jar. It's a glass jar and it's smell proof.
Yeah.
Just that, smell proof, waterproof.
I want to smell it. Can I smell it?
Go for it, yeah, open it. And then the last thing that comes with like the hippie side of things is a crystal. So this one comes with amethyst.
Wow, that's fire. You get a crystal too?
Yeah, of course.
Wow. That's
See,
literally a
really
smoke
good.
buddy in a box.
Yeah, literally, and like the reason for this side, just I'm a hippie, I guess, and like I just personally feel like it blends really well with all the weed. Like I said, like that helps to cover the smell of it. Flowers are good for smoking with it, and then crystals just because I use them every day. I think they're cool. If you're a hippie, you kind of need one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's, and then you can also get just a hippie box, like a smaller version of the boom box. This is just like $10 for this stuff.
Oh, so like $10 for the jar, crystal, bay leaves, and incense.
Yep.
Okay.
And then
Like
Wow.
each type of hippie box comes with like different.
yeah,
Okay.
a different crystal, different scented or different herbs and stuff like that.
Okay.
Different scents of incense. Yeah. And then all the boxes, no matter what, come with like a little munchie or like some type of snack. So
That's
someone's
cute.
lollipop.
Yeah.
Very cute.
And they all come with these stickers that I designed. I like Photoshop these.
Yeah, I have
Yo,
those in my water bottle.
I know you're not doing it for money, but this is $1 million idea. Even though
Okay.
someone else is probably doing it, just like your price point and just like the aroma.
Yeah.
How would you wait, Michael? How would you describe the flower? What does it smell like?
This one?
Yeah.
It's like a honey with like pepper. That's the best way I could say it. Like a honey,
Okay.
like honey mixed with black pepper.
There you go.
So you said 50-50 ratio, like
Yeah, it really depends on the person. I usually just use like a pinch. And you can like collect all the different herbs and you can mix and match them. I personally love using rose petals with weed. 'Cause
Yeah.
it like makes it taste good, it makes it smell good,
Mhm.
and yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, so y'all come with those.
What else is there?
So yeah, the other side, so that's like the hippie side of it. The stoner side comes with Beeswax Hemp Wick, which I've like made.
Hemp wick is it's
fire.
key.
Yeah, it
It's
allows
so
you to
key.
not burn, instead of smoking with like a lighter and like you're sucking in all the butane and
Yeah.
chemicals from the lighter. You burn this first and then you burn your weed, and it's just an all natural way of smoking. So I usually wrap this right around the bong, and then you can keep it with you.
Yeah, I wrap it around my lighter. I have a whole roll right there.
Yeah.
yeah, I don't think you can really say you're a clean smoke if you don't use hemp wick.
Yeah.
I feel like it's key.
Yeah, all of this
definitely
stuff
key.
for smoking, it helps it keep it clean and everything. Helps your lungs keep clean, your glass keep clean. Then I have pipe screens, so it comes with
What
5.
is that?
Oh, for like bowls and like just for
Yeah.
pieces.
Yeah, you put it
Oh,
at like the
that's so
bottom of the
clutch.
bong, and you can like bend it to become like a bowl shape. And then you put your
Mm.
weed on top of there, and it stops all the ash from coming through.
Oh, I
Yeah.
need that.
So
Yeah.
clutch.
I need that.
So
It keeps your
clutch.
glass clean. It keeps your smoking a lot cleaner, so it doesn't hurt your throat as much.
Yeah.
It looks like there's a few more things.
Yeah. And it also comes with a doob tube. So because this one's purple, it comes with a purple doob tube, and they all kind of say like funny things on it. So this one says Roach Hotel. which
That's cool.
I love.
That's funny.
They all have like funny sayings. And then on the inside is a glass filter or like a glass tip. So
Okay.
it's like it replaces using like cardboard filters if
Mhm.
you're smoking a joint or whatever, and it's just
Yeah.
more environmentally friendly. You can clean it and reuse it as much as you want.
So, what grade are you in like university right now?
The junior.
You're a junior. So like, when did you start this whole thing? Like, what was the process of like getting it started? Because you have a whole website. Like, how did that all like culminate?
Yeah, so I kind of just did it because I was bored. I was like in between jobs last year.
Yeah.
And I was just, so when I wasn't working for homework and for school and stuff, I was working on this. When I very first moved to Florida too, I'm from Massachusetts. So I moved to Florida not knowing anyone at all in the state. So I like at first, the first few months I was here, I didn't really have that many good friends, like close friends I was hanging out with all the time. so this kind of consumed a lot of my free time.
Yeah.
Nice.
And that website took hours and
Yeah.
hours to build. I created it from scratch and then found out that the website I can't sell on it, so I had to make a whole new website.
Damn.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
kept that one up there because there's a lot of information and cool pictures.
Yeah.
and I spent a lot of
I
time.
was looking at the websites today. They're really well made.
Thank you.
like-
Yeah, it's like a long.
So
Yeah,
has this
we'll have to
all been
link that.
you? Like, or have you had any help?
No help, all me. I just collected a lot of the items over time, and I bought a lot of stuff in bulk. So it was like a huge
Investment.
financial investment, literally out of money I didn't have.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess I was just doing it for fun, kind of greedy reasons. And now I just have a lot of crystals and herbs and stuff to smoke with on my own. But I have extra too to share.
So
Yeah, that's what's up.
after you made the business and everything, where do you see it? Like, do you want to continue building it up? Do you want to chill out while you're in school? Like, what do you want to do?
It's really genuinely just kind of a hobby for fun, I
Yeah.
guess. It really, like you said, it isn't exactly about money. It doesn't really make me much money, definitely not as much. I've made no profit off of everything that I've spent so far. But I could potentially, I really want to get better at promoting this on social media and stuff. And then if it does get busier, I could definitely see myself continuing it in the future.
Mm-hmm.
I know after college, I want to move to Colorado and have a weed farm and a whole bunch of stuff like that. So this would be perfect to maybe even sell in a dispensary and yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Are you on TikTok? I feel like that would be a great thing to throw on TikTok.
So I'm on TikTok with Happy Days, but I suck at TikTok. I'm not usually on it personally, so I don't really know any of the trends
I
and
hate
stuff.
TikTok.
Dude, it's so hard to be active on TikTok.
Yeah, I'm really bad at promoting, and then the videos I do make, they'll probably get just a few views from close friends and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm really bad at keeping up with it, but I'm trying to get better.
Yeah, that's cool. I think that growth is gonna be organic. There's so many ways to kind of expand a new brand, and it doesn't have to be social media, even though people really think that's the way to go. What you said you're from up north, so between people in Florida, people in Massachusetts, word will get around.
Yeah, a lot of my friends, always help me to hand out my stickers, and so always I've been to a few parties where my friends will stop the party and make an announcement, and I'm like, Hanna has something to say about her boomboxes, which is so embarrassing. I hate it, but yeah, my friends are always trying to help me get it promoted.
Have you found any difficulty when promoting on social media? Because I don't know, I really don't Austin knows I really don't like promoting too often. That's just it feels tedious, and I feel like whoever really wants to watch it will watch it, but I know it's the only way to really get eyes on it. But
yeah,
I don't know. Do you enjoy promoting?
No,
Yeah.
I don't like promoting on my personal account for some reason, because what you just said, my friends would love to support me, but most people on social media I don't really think care that much about seeing that, so they probably skip over anyway. And then with stuff like TikTok, the algorithm is just, it could be your best friend or worst enemy.
Dude,
it's all chance.
I hate TikTok.
I never know. And with Instagram, you can pay to have it promoted and pay to have it on the explore page and stuff. So I was considering doing that. I haven't yet, but that could possibly get a lot of. I've seen other small businesses use Instagram explore page a lot to get it promoted, and it usually works.
What do you think about TikTok?
I'm not on it a lot. I never know the trends and stuff and people.
Do you think it's had a negative effect on society?
Yes and no. I feel it's people jump on bandwagons a lot more easily, I think, with TikTok.
Yeah.
A lot of people kind of, there's just a very fake side to all the niches on there, spirituality and stuff on that. If I promoted Happy Days to hippies or stoners and stuff, it ends up on the wrong For You page a lot of the time, I think. And just people, a lot of, I think it's a lot a fake. I don't know.
that's one thing I noticed about TikTok is like I felt like it decreased my attention span and made me less creative, which is why when I see things like this or with like Austin and I's podcast, I realize like it is probably beneficial to promote on TikTok, but I don't know, the like attack on my senses that happens every time I open it up is just like so profound that I feel like I have to ignore it for my own sake.
Yeah.
But Austin and I use like Twitter and like it works well with like the way we do it.
Yeah, I think it's like we're at the point of, getting a solid foundation of content too. So it's kind of, we're not at that phase of like, all right, dude, like more people need to hear this, but we're at the point where people will hear it. Like, I think it's inevitable. We talk about good stuff, we talk about meaningful stuff, and just like your brand, like that's never gonna go away. I think that's actually becoming more popular, like smoking with herbs
Yeah.
and actually using incense and sage to kind of like, cleanse your space.
Yeah.
When I got put onto that, it was life changing for smoking, like literally life changing. I don't smoke anymore just because I'm on a team and like I just gotta like get my stamina up. But I'm gonna smoke again one day, and it's gonna be with like incense and sage,
Yeah.
and definitely. I
Boombox.
think
Yeah.
I think it's interesting to see how brands grow, and whether or not it's paid promotion. I think the real ones have the longevity. You know what I mean?
I think it's been interesting to see how the marijuana industry has grown too, because I don't know, when weed really started like getting popular, I didn't really see people like my age, even like a few years ago, like talking about smoking with incense, smoking with herbs, smoking with hemp wick. And like now we're seeing more people start incorporating all these like other trinkets into like their use of weed. Do you think like if marijuana becomes legal, like this stuff will become like more like necessary in the marijuana industry?
Well, up north it is legal
Uh,
in New England. So I think, yeah, like I think the all my stoner friends I know up north all have huge collections of like all these different stoner gadgets and different things to roll with and different things to smoke with, different types of like glass pieces or whatever. So yeah, I think that it's just kind of fun things to add to your smoking
yeah.
experience. Same way with like drinking has a bunch of different gimmicky stuff now.
Yeah. Why? What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, so like as a smoker, do you think it's more important to find the newest products, what you're doing, or like consolidate them? And are you always looking for more like products, or are you just kind of like trying to find the best? Or is it a mix of all three? I'm just trying to get a better idea of like how you go about putting these boxes together.
Yeah, so I actually, when I was first like creating it, I was debating on what items to put inside the box. I wanted to know, like, I know I kind of wanted to keep it separate between the hippie and the stoner side of it. So I wanted an equal blend of both, which is why there's about 4 products on either side, and then plus the stuff that comes in everything. And I think I switched something out in the beginning. I know that I added pipe screens. At first I wasn't gonna have them. And yeah, I bought a few different things, a few different products, and like tested it out. And I decided like I personally wouldn't use it on a daily basis, so I wouldn't add it to my product, to the boombox. But recently I have been thinking of adding more stuff to it. Like I let my friends give me recommendations all the time, and so for the stoner side of it, I was thinking of making those like smoking rings. You know how like you put them on your knuckle and it holds your joints. You
Okay, yeah.
Like burn your hand. Like another really gimmicky,
that's a little life hack.
Yeah, it's like really gimmicky and kind of a dumb thing. Like you can just hold a joint with your fingers. Like people like to do with their rings. So I've made a few of those. I just haven't included them yet because I want to get better at making them. And then because I want to keep it equal too, I was thinking of adding just like a like candy bracelet. You know how when you go to raves and stuff, people have candy on the wrist. And it's like just random bracelet that say just weird shit.
You can eat them?
Yeah.
That's cool.
No, and then so that way just all the hippies will have like their own little piece of jewelry that connects all the Happy Days Co. Users. Just something fun, yeah. So I was thinking about adding that recently. I gotta make some more though.
Nice. So you basically everything that you put in the boxes you use yourself.
Yeah.
I think that's big because if I'm buying like a box full of stuff, I'm like, I wonder like who else uses these, and if the person selling them is using them, that's like straight reviews right there.
Yeah, I totally stand by everything that I sell. And same with like the herbs too. You don't even have to like really smoke with them. Like you can use all the stuff wherever you want. I have a friend who uses the herbs and like puts them in his bath. And you like take baths because it'll like the effects of it will be absorbed through all of your pores.
That's cool.
Or
That's
you can
really
make it into a tea. Like passion flower already is a tea. You just put in some hot water and drink it, and so you can get the effects from other ways other than just smoking too, which is cool. So it doesn't even have to all be for weed. You can just kind of just have all this stuff in your collection. Yeah.
What's been the hardest part about like doing this? Like, what's been the most challenging obstacle?
I think I lost motivation after the first few months of doing it. Because at first I was like really excited and I just wanted to have all this different stuff. Like I said, for my own collection, like I was getting really into smoking with herbs and stuff when I was first doing this. So I went out and I had I bought a whole bunch of incense and herbs and stuff like that. And then I just had so much of it, I just kind of decided to turn it into a boombox. But then after a while of getting that, I saw how much money I was putting into it and how much like bulk items I had to buy. So I got like a little nervous about, I was like, this is a dumb idea. It's not even going to go off anywhere. Like, I'm not really going to make my money back from this or whatever. So then I kind of like got bored of spending all my time on it. But I don't know, it's just been for fun. And, I don't really like need to make the money back, I guess, for it. Just to do it. And promote it with our friends. So
it seems like, I don't know, we see a lot of businesses in like today's economy where people don't like, they're not doing it to help the community. They're not doing it to like be genuine about it. It's all just like increasing the profits. Like I'm reading this book called The Day the World Stopped Shopping, and the author talks about how family-owned businesses are kind of decreasing and businesses are starting to last around like 10 to 15 years. But real like family businesses last centuries, and those like aren't really meant on expansion. They're more of just like a contained and focused operation that like it just serves like a few purposes. And it seems like that's like what you're aiming for.
Yeah, well, smaller family businesses just have so much passion. Like you can tell when the owner is so invested in what they believe in that, like family businesses can go for centuries because it's like the tradition is passed down, and it's because they genuinely believe and love everything that they do.
It's really like, it sucks that the marijuana industry has been just like overthrown by big tobacco, by big pharma, and like held back because of like corruption in politics. But once all this stuff becomes mainstream and more popular, which it already is, I hope we don't see like people like you and people that are like have been on the marijuana train for so many years be just like taken away by bigger companies that are just like hounding on the operation of like, let's sell marijuana now because it's legal. It's just like this big thing we can like market.
Kind of crazy to me that weed was like the one thing that always has been illegal. Because it's the one thing that's natural from the earth, like as it is. But like alcohol has been so like, it's a social thing to drink alcohol, even underage. It's like okay. And smoking tobacco and like e-cigarettes and all that is okay by big pharma. But marijuana is the one thing that for some reason they didn't. Because could you imagine like going to a gas station or whatever and getting a cart, like a cigarette cart of like joints, joints?
Well, I hope that future's not too far away.
Yeah, right.
I really do.
Same.
Pretty cool.
And also, I was gonna say like as a smoker in the past, I think I value personal connections more than like just buying from big brand. Just knowing that big corporations aren't always in for the quality or like, you know, back and forth communication with the consumer. So I think if it does go mainstream and we do see gas stations selling joints, I do like to believe that smokers will still like buy from their neighborhood, like, you know, their neighborhood hippie, if you want to say it like that. But like, I really do think like, you know, grassroots people, like they know exactly what the people need. And it's like when big corporations hire those people is when big corporations start to win, not because big corporations are just like, you know, smarter at making money. I think they adopt the right ideas. But I think that's like, dude, like the smoking community worldwide is just kind of like some of the smartest people ever. So
I was
buy.
I was gonna say, you know, if corporations did start really marketing weed on like a national level, I guarantee the quality is really gonna dip down.
Oh yeah.
Because
absolutely.
also in the book I'm reading, there's this idea called like planned obsolescence, and it's where you sell products that you know aren't gonna last as long because they're cheaper, and then you can just like make more money.
Yeah, because people are rebuying. It.
Yeah. So they invented like this light bulb that can last basically forever in like the early 1900s, and they were like, this lighting company was like, we can't do this because we're not going to be making profit.
Yeah.
So like durability was basically like thrown out of the window. And you know, like I have these LED lights now, but even then, like they're kind of like getting they break.
Yeah.
You know, it's not meant to be like something you hold on to and like you really like kind of form a connection with, even though I don't think like material connection is really healthy. But like I don't know if any of you guys ever smoke cigarettes, but like American Spirits, those are like not really marketed as much as the big brands, but those are much like higher in quality and they're a little more expensive.
Yeah.
You know,
because big corporations can just mass produce things in like a factory, and then you know there's just like almost no care into it. Like there's quality control, but not much care.
Yeah.
Like, you just tell when it's a small business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to like eventually open a store?
That'd be dope. Like if I had a like a whole weed store and everything,
Yeah.
and then have this be part of it. Or I've been actually really hoping to do like farmers markets and stuff in the area, and just you going there as Happy Days.
Yeah.
Brianna said she would even like come and help or whatever.
I would help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just do it. I always go to the one at Waterford every Sunday. So
Yeah.
I've already like talked to them about just doing it at places like that. And even just like traveling with that and just joining a bunch of random different farmers markets all over the country, even like be easy and fun. I think.
Yeah, I think that would be way more rewarding than making a fortune off of it, because like then that fortune would honestly just be chasing you. Like you said, you buy in bulk and companies can mass produce. It's like, I don't know, like quality over quantity is really like, if you stick to that, right there, I don't think many things can throw you off your path.
So as a culture with like the stigma around marijuana, have you had any like parents, you know, like what do your parents think about this?
So I actually didn't tell them about Happy Days for
Edit it out. Edit it.
My dad still doesn't know. My mom kind of like forced me to come out about it because I think she saw one of my TikToks, which is part of the problem because my mom follows me on TikTok, and then so like she would see it, but no one else would see it. So she started texting me privately, and she was like, "What is this? Like, explain it to me." Like, she thought I was drug dealing. She was like, "You're selling weed to underage people, and like in Florida, it's not legal and everything." I was like, "That's not all it is. We don't sell any type of weed.
Yeah.
We just sell maybe things that stoners would enjoy.
A different species of weed."
Yeah, swerves. You can still smoke those.
Yeah, it's like accessories. It's not the actual contraband.
Yeah.
So like, how is like your relationship with your mom about this now? Sorry, like I'm asking about your mom, but like
No,
I'm
okay.
genuinely curious.
I just try to talk to her about it. I try to, like, she knows that she also is just very a practical, traditional person. So she doesn't think that she's like doesn't want this to turn into a full-time career. she's like, you can't go to college and then start this on your side time and then turn that into your whole, that's what you're gonna do for the rest of your life, is sell weed accessories, which is not my plan anyway. But
even if it like was your plan, like I think about this a lot. Like our parents, I don't know about your parents, Austin, or your parents like either, but I know my parents are like have this boomer mentality of capitalism, and if you like start a business and make money, it's worth it. But for some reason they've established boundaries where like, no, you can't do this as a business, even though you make a lot of money.
yeah,
But they'll tell you like, go create something, go do something, and then you do something like, no, like that doesn't fall into like the line of what we've established. Like an OnlyFans, like
yeah,
people can make like millions of dollars, but they'll go and like tell their parents who are like, go do something with your life. Like, no, don't do that.
yeah. Same with like video game, like or people on Twitch and stuff, like
Mhm.
streamers, they're starting to make so much money and like an actual income off of stuff like
Yeah.
that. But our parents, I guess their generation just grew up not thinking that was ever possible. Like you needed to go to college to be able to make enough money from a good job, not just like be an Instagram model and make millions of dollars or whatever.
Yeah, like make money, but like do it our way is what their
Yeah.
mentality is. But that's another thing. I just like to think like, who are they trying to prove something to or impress? Like if money is the end goal and success is valued on like the things you've created, like honestly, why is it such a empty like path to get there until like, I mean, like it's such a wide open, like you can pick all these majors, but take this route of school. So it's really
Yeah.
not that, it's like I'm saying like it's empty around that idea, but there's so many other things to do. People are just pioneering it. Like each person is doing it new. I don't see anyone like in our generation, I don't see a lot of people following in footsteps because those paths are already walked and those like employee ladders were already climbed. And honestly, the doors aren't open. Like it's good to think optimistically, but I don't at any point of my day think like, oh, I'm gonna get this handed to me. Like I think like, what can I do to better myself and bring something more to the table to like improve my immediate life and like others around me, because that intangible stuff is really going to take you further than someone else's like validation of what you're doing. Like, and I think the intangible stuff really gives you a sense of like self validation. So like when things aren't going well, you're kind of just like, oh, well, I already know I'm doing this for these reasons. So like it sucks to be such a generation where like our parents, they had to go through that. So it's only so much I can be mad about because it's so ingrained in their heads and they're so down the road in their personal journeys. Like they're like, no, just do it this way. But my parents are pretty open about it. Like if I have a plan and a vision for it, they're like, yeah, like what are you waiting for? But if I don't have an idea and a vision and a plan for it, it's like, what am I really trying to do? So I think if you have a plan and a passion and a vision, no one's really going to understand it except for you until they can see it. Like, so there's like-minded people.
I resonate really heavily with what you said, Austin, because I'm a sociology major. And one thing I learned in my class, social theory, last semester was that sociology actually started off as a field that's based on like helping out marginalized communities like women, African Americans, Hispanics, like the whole array of people. And as it started becoming like introduced into universities, it kind of shifted into this more like research type of business where you don't really like hear of sociology as like this major that people are taking because it's going to really help out all these people that need help. It's more like this boring field that nobody even talks about anymore because the university saw that. And as the universities like were hounding on sociology and other like fields that were related to the uplifting of like oppressed people, the university also started becoming like a business. College is so expensive now. And that's why our parents, when I tell them I'm majoring in political science and sociology, they're paying all this money for me to go to college, there's all these majors and they're still focused on like 3. Why aren't you a doctor? Why aren't you a lawyer? Meanwhile, they want me to follow all these rules that are prescribed me by society, while people on Wall Street make billions and billions of dollars doing criminal activities.
Mhm.
But oh, God forbid I like touch a plant. That's where like they draw the line. I feel like
Yeah.
the stigmas with like that are held by the older generation are so like backwards.
Yeah.
You know, they're so focused on like the things that like are meant to be distractions so that the bourgeois and the fucking elite can just like rig the system and continue exploiting and exploiting and
Oh my
exploiting.
god, yeah. It's so broken. I feel like, yeah, college is such a business now and everything. I feel like actually I think our generation with social media was able to be more creative and understand that there was more options out there other than just like these 9 to 5 jobs our parents are putting in our head.
Yeah.
But so everyone was told you're supposed to go to college. Like we didn't get this opportunity that you guys did when we were your age. But then we do go to college and it's for stuff like sociology, or I'm a nonprofit management major. People keep telling me, why are you going to college and spending all this money when you're going to open a charity and make no profit? But then that's my kind of argument too. Like, okay, then what is the point of me going to college? Why couldn't I just do it on my own and like
Yeah.
kind of learn on my own? What was the point of spending all this money just to get a degree that says I'm allowed to do it now? Or yeah, like,
It's
I feel
really
like,
it's just not all about the profit,
yeah,
you know?
college is meant for like lawyers and doctors and these like people that need all these extra education to be able to earn their degree.
Mhm.
But then everyone needs a college degree still. So that's why
Yeah.
we're coming up with these, I guess, smaller majors, which is still really
Relevant. They're so
Yeah.
relevant because like
needed.
they help out all the people that aren't getting help from like the people that we've entrusted to help us,
Yeah.
you know? And it's very backwards because we like hear about college for so long, and then people that don't go to college are going to be flipping burgers at McDonald's. Meanwhile, those same people that are like shitting on people for flipping burgers at McDonald's go and get McDonald's later that day.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like I just think the focus needs to be less on like how bad what you're doing is and more on like how bad what Joe Biden is, like how he's sanctioning Afghanistan, and now like 9 million people are going to starve. We don't even talk about that. And like the whole reason we left Afghanistan was to make it better, and we in fact just made it worse by like shutting off their economy, which we funded 75% of. We like gave 75% of their federal budget. That's all gone. Like the 9 million people are like in a famine, which is worse than all the 20 years we spent in the war. But that's not talked about. What talked about is like, don't sell that, like that's bad. But in reality, like what really is affecting more people, you know, like children are dying and you're selling fucking amazing incense, amazing herbs, and like that's the issue.
Yeah.
You know, like it's these conversations I feel that we can really like bring all those things up because our parents are not going to talk about it, and a lot of young people aren't going to talk about it either because they are afraid to, or they think like what the parents say like is right every step of the way.
Am I allowed to say that like I feel like the government is kind of doing that on purpose, like distract, like, you know, kind of bringing out these, to keep us quiet and like distracted from all the other issues that actually matter in the world.
Yeah. And it's just having the knowledge to navigate the bullshit. Because like there's so much bullshit. There's so much bullshit. And I think about the knowledge that I had in elementary school with the things I was being taught. Like if I had the knowledge now, I probably would have like, dude, I would have overthrown like the education system in elementary school. Like the curriculum would have just been thrown out the window, bro, because there's so much stuff that's not important that we spend time on. And I think just like the idea that, I'll put it to you like this, we're just now getting free testing kits for a pandemic we've been in for 2 years from our government. Like, what does that even mean? Like, am I supposed to thank them? I'm not going to, but like, it's like, why? Who's in the government like not coming up with these plans when it happens? Like, they need like us three to make good decisions and just like send them over and they just act on it, and we'll see how that goes for a year. I guarantee we'll be like 1,000 steps forward.
Everyone in the court systems right now are so old. Like the
Mhm.
people that are on the Supreme Court have been in the Supreme Court their literally entire lives, and they're all like literally dying still in the Supreme Court, and then not even being replaced with like 30-year-olds,
Yeah.
which is the people that, you know, are the future, and they're going to be the ones voting and stuff. So I feel like as long as we have all these older people in the government, we're always going to be stuck in their old-fashioned mindsets and all their old, you know, regulation, like rules and everything, all the old traditions.
Yeah. I mean, when like testing kits, the idea of free testing kits was first promoted, like Biden's press secretary laughed at it, and now they realize like that's a bad mistake. Like people actually want it. And when you know, Austin, the Freedom to Vote Act, right? We talked about that. I don't know if you saw this on my my Twitter, but like Jen Psaki was like, if you're mad about this bill, which would have made Election Day a national holiday, it would have ended gerrymandering, it would have allowed for same-day voter registration, that would have passed. All these things that needed like just a few votes, it failed. It cannot believe it failed. She was like, if you're mad, go do kickboxing or drink a margarita. You know, like these people don't take us seriously.
Yeah.
And like if we aren't like getting everybody to like go against these people, they're gonna keep winning. Because like now it's even young people. Like the college Republicans are like a much bigger organization than YDSA at UCF. And for some reason, I think that's because like all the lies that can be put out to like support these establishments and institutions that aren't actually going to like support you in the future are just like so overbearing, like from our parents and from like the educational complexes. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's just staying educated and having the ability to have a conversation that's not about politics, but about the actual issue. So then when it's like becomes political, you can separate the fact that they just don't know how to make the right decision. It's not about what party you support. You just don't have the tools to make the right decision. And dude, honestly, I think there's a lot of it that there's not a lot of transparency that politicians like are holding each other to, and they've dug each other in so much shit that's been passed down over generations that they're like, well, young people don't even know how to do it. Yeah, because y'all fucked up so many times. Like it's not about us not knowing, it's the fact that y'all are making this simple shit so difficult, and now we're here like
They didn't plan long term.
Yeah,
about
not
like
at all.
anything.
it's gonna get to a point. Like my favorite journalist, and like political commentator, his name is Secular Talk. I had to stop watching him because for like the past 5 years, he's been saying the same things over and over again. Where he's just like, we need Medicare for all, we need to end the wars, we need to legalize marijuana. And like I've seen him talk about these same things and say the same points for like years. And I'm like, I don't even need to watch him anymore because I know like all these issues are still here and we're not getting anywhere.
Yeah.
And like I don't know, I think like with brands like these, it kind of provides a creative way to stand up to those institutions, you know, which is like fucking awesome. Like we need more things like that to like show people you can be creative and also like be resembling of a better society.
Mm-hmm. Not be a slave to government capitalism.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just like mentally enslaved. Like, dude, I'll be going to class and like somebody will say some outlandish shit. This is like actually a made up scenario. And instead of me getting into the argument of like, oh yeah, this is right or wrong, I'm just like, what? Can you repeat yourself? And then they honestly can't rebuttal. It's just like they don't know what they just said, and they're just like, it's not moral, like it's not rooted in morals or values, it's just like upholding an agenda. It's so fucked.
It's like oatmeal. They're just spitting out oatmeal with like rotten raisins and like really bad like walnuts. Like nobody wants to eat it, but everybody's eating it, you know? But
Yeah,
like Hannah said, you know, they have us all believing these lies. Like I don't know if you've ever heard of Noam Chomsky, but there's like this book called Manufacturing Consent, and it's about how the media like serves as a buffer between like the politicians and the elites to like put out what they say without actually saying it. You know, like they'll talk about Trump tweeting about like coffee and spelling it wrong, and then not his like tax cuts for the rich, which are gonna help Nancy Pelosi, they're gonna help Joe Biden, all these things. And then after they say that, they're gonna go to an ad for a pharmaceutical company that's advertising a $500 prescription, and then they're gonna have an ad for the U.S. Navy. And those institutions are funding those journalists which are speaking, and because they're getting advertisements that are paying their salary, they're not going to speak up against those institutions. So all the like massive news outlets that we're watching aren't like actually telling us the news, they're just telling us what the advertisers want them to say.
Yeah. I've seen this like whole web online somewhere that was like connected and showed all the different relationships, whether it was through marriage or like through family and blood relationships, of a bunch of politicians being connected with a bunch of like Hollywood actors and like directors and stuff like that, and all these news anchors and stuff. So it was almost like they were able to talk about, you know, like personal stuff behind the scenes, and then just go on be able to like really control the stories of, you know, like
yeah it's
Yeah, there's like power in the wrong hands, and I think that's really the bottom line, like power in the wrong hands.
Yeah, once you get to a certain level of wealth, nothing below you matters anymore. You know, they stop caring about the smaller picture and like the people, the average citizen and everything. Their opinions becomes irrelevant again.
Yeah.
Even like Joe Biden and stuff, like once they say all these promises during their campaigns and stuff, and then the second they come into office, they don't have to follow through with anything that they said.
And they don't.
Yeah.
They really don't. You know. And now that we're like nearing the end, I want to ask like, how do you like plan on keeping this like business going? You know, like it has to keep going.
It has to.
Yeah, you think? I guess I just
Yeah.
have to get, you know, like a lot more motivated to be posting more and stuff. And then if it's more successful, I'll be able to, you know, kind of put that money right back into purchasing more materials and hopefully like, you know, growing it a little bit more. I'd love to be able to add more items to the box, or I have plans to, right now I only have, like I mentioned, the 7 different colors of boxes. So I only offer 7 different sets, but I'd love to be able to expand that and either offer more or just switch out the different like scents and flowers and stuff to just constantly giving new content. So that way, if, you know, someone collects all 7 boxes, they can keep buying more, which I guess kind of goes back to that idea we were just talking a little bit ago, but
you know, it's like, it's not like you're selling it to everybody though. It's that person who wants to like do it.
Yeah, collect the items and stuff. Yeah.
You want to tell everybody like where they can find you on social media?
Sure. So yeah, you can find my TikTok.
Take the mic.
You can find my TikTok. Just don't expect me to be posting regularly. I'm pretty sure that. Let me make sure I got all like the underscores and everything right. So my TikTok is the Happy Daze Co. Happy Daze is happy, and then DAZE, kind of like, you know, dazed. Yeah. Play on words there. And then you can follow my Instagram, which is where I post the most, which is _HappyDazesCo_.
All right.
Cool.
I'll be posting all that in the description. Hannah, thank you for coming. You're fucking awesome.
Thank you.
You really have awesome ideas, and like I can't wait to see how you thrive over these next few years in Florida.
Thanks.
Like, I know.
Likewise.
Yeah.
Definitely. And I will, like, I make music, so I'll be like very active. I don't know how active Michael is on socials, but I'll keep up with it. And I was gonna ask, like, if do you think you'll ever like include like tarot cards or like horoscope readings or stuff like that in it?
That'd be pretty cool. I feel like my friends have mentioned that before too. That would be cool to give like a whole deck of tarot cards out, you think?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, just keep on expanding with all the hippie stoner stuff.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, it was nice talking to y'all.
Yeah, man.
We got to have a part 2 with like all the hosts, but definitely you follow up with any evolution of the brand. And yeah, good luck with school and stuff too.
Thanks.
Thanks. Wait, what was your IG again? I'm sorry.
For Happy Days, it's _HappyDaysCo_.
Yeah. I'll be putting all that stuff in the description for everybody who wants to like check out where you can find the amazing Hanna.
Cool. And then in that
Nice.
Instagram too, there's a Linktree where you can go find that website that never really fully launched, and the Etsy page where you can actually order off of it.
Amazing.
Nice. That's
Thank-
great. That is great. I always like to see like honestly. All right, so we're supposed to go to school, graduate, and then start a business, but we're like we're already thinking there. So it's good to see it.
You can have this one. This is your one, so
It's beautiful.
Thank you, Hanna. Thank you guys all for watching. I hope you guys are blessed with one of these amazing boxes. You should definitely order it. You should
$10.
order every single box, every single color, because you'll never know how amazing the incense will smell. You'll never know like how amazing the herbs will go with the bud.
yeah, you guys
So,
so
like,
your favorite.
Definitely fucking check it out if you're like a cool person, you know. But
Or if
thank
you're
you
into
guys.
crystals.
And the crystals. I have crystals over there. I'm charging them. I don't know how to charge them, but I'm putting them in the sunlight, hoping it works.
Same, bro.
But thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciated having you here.
Thanks, me too. I really appreciate you having me on. This is really cool. I've never done a podcast, so this is awesome. I really hope that you guys keep doing well too. I'd love to keep watching
Yeah.
and seeing more creators come on here.
For sure.
We'll
We
do our
have to.
best.
We
Yeah.
have to.
All right, Austin,
Like-
take care, bro. Oh, wait.
Peace.
gonna-
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was gonna take a picture. I was taking a few already for like the thumbnail for the video. So yeah, just do whatever.
Smile.
Wait, maybe you should hold up the box.
You
That'd be nice.
You gotta hold it.
can't really see in it.
Yeah, but
It's the idea. All right. Perfect.
Well,
let's fucking go. All right. Thank you everybody for
Alright.
watching.
Yeah, thank you.
thanks.
And eat some good food, Austin. Good luck on the soccer, bro.
Thanks, bro. I'll talk to y'all soon.
All right, man. Stay safe. Peace out,
Peace.
everybody.